Derrick Henry has more scrimmage yards than Cook since 2019. All right, Jeff, so we knew this was a possibility. What are you hearing about potential destinations for Dalvin Cook?
It is amazing that this is a possibility. And I can piggyback on Adam Schefter's report to talk about the fact that Denver and Miami do feel like still the front runners for Dalvin Cook's services. With Miami, by the way, the clear front runner. Why? Because, hey, I'm not, I'll still be a journalist here. But when we talk about smoke and fire, when Dalvin Cook puts a picture of him at Hard Rock Stadium celebrating a day ago when he's about to hit free agency, there he is. Look at me in the suit in the background there. I was at that game. It sure is. Look at that. Let's make this about me some more. No, look, this is just a situation where I think Dalvin Cook fits perfectly in Miami. It would surprise me if he doesn't end up in Miami at this point.
I still can't believe that the Vikings never got close to a trade. Never. No one wanted the contract. And it was obvious that they're releasing him at 27. Like, I don't understand how this happened. And I, theoretically do this for a living. And I don't understand how the running back market got to a place where a 27-year-old being replaced is like, yeah, okay, no big deal.
It did seem like that.
Blow our minds.
Yeah, Madison, I guess, is very good. I guess his upside, the Vikings fans say he is going to be a guy. And then the conversation immediately pivoted to, Justin Jefferson, I believe, if the Ron Johnson angle is accurate, they're going to have to pay him. So they need all the money they potentially need. And it's a new regime, so, there's potentially new thoughts. Kevin O'Connell had a statement about him that they posted where basically said he loved Dalvin and everything like that. Very cordial. I think Dalvin is already kind of petitioning to potentially end up as a Miami Dolphin. Is that
would make some sense? Yeah. I mean, I know they were one of the teams that looked into a possible trade for him in March. Now they got a lot of running backs, but if you are a free agent running back, let's just say you happen to maybe live in Miami, which I know a lot of players do.
So Miami legend, I've been told. Hey, Miami legend,
was he?
Legend. Yeah, when he went to Florida State, I guess it was a big deal. Down there.
I mean, he's a pretty good player in college, so that makes sense.
Oh, yeah, just always been great
wouldn't
in football.
you, if you were a running back who was free, wouldn't you want to go play in that system, though? That actually makes a lot of sense to me.
Yeah, and it would probably work out, and he scored touchdowns in that stadium before to the tune of a 53-yarder.
That's right.
We just seen it on his Twitter yesterday. Literally. Can't wait to see how it all pans out.
Well, it's official. Dalvin Cook has been released by the Minnesota Vikings. The Minnesota Vikings just posted this a little while ago, and it says, thank you, big picture of Dalvin. Here's the official Minnesota Vikings page. The Vikings have released running back Dalvin Cook, and they say thank you for everything he's done for them. So now, let the sweepstakes begin. If it hadn't begun already, it's going to begin now. So this morning, Emmanuel Acho had a piece where he said what he believes are the top 5 spots where Dalvin Cook should land. Let's take a look at this and react to it.
Top 5 landing spots for Dalvin Cook. At 5, I'm going with the Washington Commanders. Remember, they got a new offensive coordinator in Eric Bieniemy, a former running back coach. Eric Bieniemy needs to find tools to utilize. Brian Robinson Jr., he's the running back. He overcame that bullet wound last year. And
this ain't going to happen. There is no way Dalvin Cook, in the sunset of his career, wants to go to the Washington Commanders and help them rebuild their offense. Nothing against Sam Howell, but there's a lot better quarterbacks to play with than Sam Howell.
Antonio Gibson, he's a running back as well, but they're both third-round picks formerly. That doesn't mean as much as their lack of 1,000-yard seasons in their short career. Dalvin Cook, 4 straight 1,000-yard seasons. At number 4, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. See, playoff Lenny, he's not there anymore. Who do they have? Rashad?
Yeah, they definitely need a running back, but it's the same thing again. You're going to look at Kyle Trask or Baker Mayfield. I don't think that Dalvin Cook is going to look at either Tampa Bay or the Washington Commanders. Just doesn't make any sense.
White, but once again, haven't seen a 1,000-yard season out of that young running back. Dalvin Cook is just 27 years old. It makes a lot of sense, Bucks. It makes a lot of sense. At number 3, Arizona Cardinals. Now, James Conner is tough. He's durable.
Why would Dalvin Cook go to the Arizona Cardinals? They're likely to finish last in their division this year, and nobody knows what Kyler Murray is going to be doing. So, no, I don't think that the Arizona Cardinals are a fit at all.
And I encourage you to look up his story. But once again, Where the 1,000-yard season's at, young fella? James Conner like Dalvin Cook, 27 years of age. James Conner, a little bit more of a bruiser. That would be a beautiful tandem. Thunder, lightning, that's a beautiful pairing. Dalvin Cook, James Conner, I like him in Arizona at number 3. But number 2, this is where everybody's putting Dalvin Cook. The Denver Broncos, because Javonte Williams is the lead back.
Who's everybody? Who's everybody that's putting Dalvin Cook with the Denver Broncos? And if everybody is putting Dalvin Cook with the Denver Broncos, why are they your number 2 pick for Dalvin Cook to go to? Yeah, they've got Russell Wilson. Sean Payton is back as a head coach. They're going to be a little bit better than they were the year before. But yeah, they're just number 2. But they may throw him a lot of money. And money talks. So who's number 1?
The feature back there, but unfortunately, an ACL, I believe an LCL injury last year that he is recovering from. Only played 4 games last year. Dalvin Cook could instantly come, team up with Russell Wilson, team up with Sean Payton, team up with Jerry Jeudy, Courtland Sutton. The names go on and on offensively. I really, really like Dalvin Cook.
Yeah, it makes a lot of sense, actually, when you think about it, as he named off all those players, Jerry Jeudy, Russell Williams, Sean Payton, head coach. But I just don't think Denver, unless they're going to throw a boatload of money at him, are in the running for Dalvin Cook. So you know who number 1 is.
To the Broncos, but lastly, this makes the most sense for me, and I might be biased, but I like a little bit of speed. The Miami Dolphins are at number 1. Tyreek Hill's out right. Jalen Waddle's out left. Tua Tagovailoa, he's under center. But if you can get Dalvin Cook in the backfield with Raheem Mostert, a former Big Ten 60-meter champion, he's got burners, but he's 31 years old. He played with me in Philadelphia. I've been retired for a long time. Jeff Wilson, he is in Miami too, but Mostert and Wilson don't have 1,000 yards. The running back Devon Achane, he's a rookie out of Texas A&M, a 3rd-round pick. Dalvin Cook makes the most sense in Miami. I got Washington. I got the Bucks. I got the Cardinals. I got the Broncos, but really, I love the Miami Dolphins.
So I don't know about those other 4, but the Miami Dolphins are definitely in the running. So this just happened at about noon or so that he got released. By the time you watch this video, he could already be a Miami Dolphin. He could already be a New York Jet. He could already be a Denver Bronco. It all depends on how much money he wants to be discounted in order to come to Miami. I don't think Miami can afford, a $9, $10, $11 million a year salary. So is he going to come home and agree to take less? If that's the case, if Dalvin Cook will take less money for a chance at a Super Bowl, then Miami is the obvious choice. It just makes the most sense. You got Tua, you got Tyreek, you got Jalen Waddle, you got a star defense with Vic Fangio and Jalen Ramsey and Xavier Howard. You have a team ready to take you to the next level. This team is Super Bowl ready. Broncos aren't. Tampa Bay definitely isn't. Washington Commanders, no chance that they're Super Bowl ready. The Miami Dolphins are Super Bowl ready. And it's where he's from. It just makes the most sense if they can make the dollars work. So like I said, by the time you're watching this video, he may indeed be a Miami Dolphin.
Is anybody catching on to this Barry guy?